next lady doesn't look like she belongs to the established entrepreneurs. I think she started her business at the age of 2.5. I'd like to welcome Laura Thorpe from Laura's Bakery. Well, good evening. So about 4 years ago, I set up Laura's Bakery. And we're a wholesale bakery specialising in using spelt flour in biscuits and cookies and other baked goods. And we distribute around Ireland, and now we're in the UK as well. And just to give you some background on how we started, if you talk to anyone who knew me 5 years ago, I'd be the most unlikely person to drop out of college, and particularly to make biscuits. Because originally I started off in Trinity studying physics, chemistry and maths, but life took a different direction, and I discovered that wasn't what I was to do. For some time I'd been thinking about starting some sort of business of my own, and the summer after first year, due to a lack of jobs, I set up a stall in Blackrock Country Market, selling biscuits and cakes using spelt flour. And this is really my first taste of running my own company, and although I made pretty much no money and spent an awful lot of time doing it, mostly in the rain, I caught the bug and I knew this is something I wanted to take further. So I went back to college, but on the sly I started doing some market research. I dragged my sister out to the street to quiz passers-by about her biscuits, and I did a start your own business course in the evenings as well. I got in touch with the Wicklow County Enterprise Board, and they set me up with a mentor to the view to apply for a capital grant to help set up my own kitchen. We were successful, and this grant, I cannot overstate, was enormously important. It gave me credibility with the bank, it gave me a bit of self-belief, and it helped the enormous costs of setting up a kitchen that would meet the demands of the Environmental Health Office. It's not something you can do out of your bedroom. So, on the 30th of September in 2004, on my 21st birthday, I took the plunge and I signed the lease to our premises in Kilcoole. So here we are, almost 4 years on. It has been the biggest learning curve and has stretched me in every way possible, and it's been the broadest education I could have got. I didn't do it on my own. At some point, every member of my family has been there at 3 o'clock in the morning wrapping biscuits. I've met several key advisors and mentors, several of whom are here today, whose knowledge and experience I couldn't have done this without. I've had some excellent people work with me in the bakery too, and without them I literally wouldn't have anything to sell. The Enterprise Board has supported me all the way, not just with funding, which they've done a lot of, but also providing training and support and other things like that. And I really have to thank them for all they've done. Along with hard work, there have been some memorable moments. We have won several awards, including the Women in Business Breakthrough Award last September. I was a finalist in the 2005 Shell Livewire Young Entrepreneur of the Year. And you spend so much time immersed in the day-to-day challenges and difficulties that it can be good to have these reminders that maybe you have achieved something. A couple of milestones along the way. I was at Butler's head office, and they just had a meeting. They're one of our biggest customers, and they presented me with a letter from a Swiss woman who had bought a biscuit at the airport of mine, and then gone back and bought 5 more, and felt compelled to write a letter to tell them just how much they enjoyed it. That's very gratifying. There's never a dull moment when you run a business. 1 minute you're up to your elbows in brownie mix, the next on a photo shoot for Image magazine, the next making a presentation to Fergus Quinn, or learning to repair a wrapping machine. You sometimes have the strangest things happen to you. On the way home from an early morning cookery demonstration on Ireland AM on TV3, my dad and I stopped off to have eggs, a bit of breakfast, and a woman approached us and said, "Were you just on telly?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Oh, well done." And so we went on, and we got up to leave, and she came over again, and she sort of sidled up and said, "Can I have your autograph?" I think that's the first and probably the only time I'll be asked that question. So although it has been very challenging, the past few years have been the making of me, and has really brought home the truth in what Henry Ford said. And for those who know Blaise Brosnan, who's sitting in front of me right now, will know this too. Whether you think you can, or whether you think you can't, you're right.